This video presentation is on entering home medications in Meditech. Collecting an accurate medication list for each patient is a process called medication reconciliation. This is done with all patients in the emergency department, admissions to inpatient units, and same-day surgery units. The medication list should include all medications prescribed outside of the hospital and any over-the-counter medications. This medication list is used by providers for continuing or holding these medications during the patient's stay while in the hospital. The provider will then reconcile any inpatient meds along with home medications entered at the time of admission. Any new prescriptions or edits to current home meds will update the home medication list at the time of discharge. Patients' home meds, allergies, and pharmacies are entered through the clinical data routine. The clinical data tab can be accessed two ways from the status board. The user can click on the QL or quick launch icon and a menu will appear with multiple options. Or the user can select the Clinical Data tab on the menu to the right of the screen. Click on the Home Medication tab to enter home medications. When entering home medications, nursing has the option to select No Home Meds for a patient that has no home medications. The Unobtainable tab can be selected when a medication list cannot be obtained or the patient or family members are unable to list the home medications. If no home meds is selected, the screen will be grayed out where the medication information is entered for each medication. The status is new. Click the Save tab to file the information. This medication will now be confirmed. This also applies a timestamp to the medication, which includes date, time, and the user that entered the medication. An audit trail is available for every medication that has been entered for that patient. Home medications are stored at the medical record level. These medications will continue to follow the patient on each visit or any new account number. If a medication has been entered in error, the cancel option is available to remove this medication. Select the box beside the medication that is to be canceled. Click on the active under the status column. Or the user can select the Cancel Footer tab. A reason must be given for canceling this medication. The user can choose from the list of reasons or free text a cancel reason. This cancel reason will appear on both ways of canceling a medication. A new home medication can be entered by selecting the New tab. Start typing the name on the med on the green line or search line. There's a type ahead feature that defaults to starts with. The medication low pressor is entered on the search line. The user will see multiple low pressors appear. These medications are listed in the Ambulatory Drug Dictionary. This dictionary has a vast number of medications. The user may find multiple selections for one specific type of med. A plus sign means there is suppressed information. Click on the plus sign by the medication you are searching for. Depending on the type of medication, there may be multiple plus signs with more suppressed information. Click on the plus sign by the medication strength the patient is taking. This will open the suppressed information and now available to the user. Click on the medication string the patient is taking or a medication string that the dose can be given from that strength of medication. If the user chooses a medication string that has the dose, units, route, and frequency, this will default into the fields that needs to be entered for this medication to be confirmed. The medication dose, units, route, and frequency must be entered for a home medication to be confirmed. There must be 2 green check marks for a home medication to be confirmed. Last taken is required to be entered by the user. If the user selects known, the date must be entered. This can be free texted by entering a T on the date and timeline, and this will enter today's date. Enter T-2 and the date is 2 days ago. The user can select the calendar to enter a date also. If last taken is unknown, select unknown. Dose and time is optional, but if this information is known, it should be entered. The dose, units, route, frequency is specific information about that patient's medication. The user needs to fill in as much information in the fields that is available to them. As more information about this home medication is entered, the medication information populates on top of the screen. This will list all home meds as they are entered. The source field is where the information was obtained about this specific information. This field is not required. The user can select from group responses. This field cannot be free texted. Frequencies in Meditech are very specific. A user cannot free text a direction that is not built in Meditech. There is a dictionary where the frequencies can be selected from. This can be done by selecting the downward arrow. Staff nurses will be given a cheat sheet with frequently used frequencies to help the user enter these frequencies quickly and accurately. A patient takes Coumadin 2 milligrams on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Type in Coumadin on search line. Multiple strings of Coumadin appear. Click on the plus sign by the 2 milligram tab. User can select the 2 milligram PO string. User selects the 2 milligram string that has no frequency. The dose, units, and route automatically populate. The frequency line is blank. There is a red question mark due to the frequency has not been entered. The frequencies of the days of the week are the first 2 letters of the day. SU, MO, TU, WE, TH, FR, SA. Sunday is always the first day of the week. If the patient is taking Coumadin 2 milligrams on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the entry on the frequency line is MO, WE, FR. If a patient takes Coumadin 5 milligrams on Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, this would be entered as a separate entry. Frequencies of home meds should never be entered on the patient comment box. If the frequency was entered in the patient comments and not on the frequency line, the home medication could not be reconciled correctly by the ordering provider. Here is an example of insulin as entered as a home medication. Patient has a home medication of Lantus. Type in Lantus on search line. Click on plus sign, select one of the Lantus's strings. The first box has a green check mark. Second box has a red question mark. The patient's dose of Lantus should be entered on the dose line. Patient's information for units, route, and frequency needs to be entered. After all fields have been entered with the patient's information, there are 2 green check marks. The last taken has been entered also. This medication with 2 green check marks is a confirmed medication. If the patient has another dose of Lantus at a different time, this should be entered as a separate entry. To enter sliding scale insulin, the dose will be 0. Enter units, route, and frequency. In the patient comments, enter the sliding scale when time is available. Home medications can be edited at any time during the patient's visit. Example of entering a PRN medication. Patient takes Vicodin 1 tab by mouth every 4 hours as needed for pain. Enter Vicodin on search line. Click on plus sign, click on string. This medication string defaults in all information in the selected fields. PRN reasons should be entered. It is not required by nursing, but it is required for the ordering provider if this med is continued as an inpatient medication. User can select from the downward arrow to select from the dictionary, or the reason can be free texted. If a patient is unsure of the name of their home med but knows what type of medication it is, this medication can be entered in the home medication routine. Example, the unknown name of the med is a blood pressure pill. User can type in blood pressure pill on the search line. No matches will be found in the ambulatory drug dictionary. User selects the Any Med tab. This will pull the medication into the screen where the information about the medication can be entered. There will be a red question mark in the upper box due to this medication is unconfirmed. Fill out as much information in the fields about how the patient takes the blood pressure pill. This will give a green check mark for the patient's information. The first box is still unconfirmed. This home med is unconfirmed. NF stands for non-formulary. A non-formulary med will not do drug-to-drug interactions with the other medications the patient may be taking. When the blood pressure pill name has been identified correctly, the medication must be edited through the home medication routine. To edit the blood pressure pill med, select the Edit tab. The unconfirmed med can be viewed while searching for the correct medication name. Type in the correct medication name on the search line. Click on the plus sign to find the correct medication string. Patient takes Coreg 6.25 milligrams PO. Select the Coreg 6.25 milligram string. This medication defaults in the information fields. The Coreg replaces the blood pressure pill. This home medication is now confirmed. Unconfirmed home medication should be edited as soon as the information is available. Another example for entering a home med is the patient knows the name of the medication but does not know the strength of the medication. The user does not want to select an unknown strength from the ambulatory drug dictionary. This can create many issues upon discharge with medication reconciliation. The user can enter a period after the name of the medication on the search line. This will create no matches found in the ambulatory drug dictionary. Select any med. The user can now enter all the information the patient is able to give them about that specific home medication. This home medication is unconfirmed with a red question mark in the top box. This informs the provider what the name of the home medication is, even though the patient is unsure of the strength. This home med should be edited as soon as the strength has been determined. Type in Lasix on search line, select the correct strength. Fill in all information fields. This home med is now confirmed. An unconfirmed med will show in the last confirmed column. A confirmed medication will have the date the medication was last confirmed. Select the Save tab when all medications have been entered. Click the Save tab to leave this page. Patients returning with a medication list entered on a previous visit must have all medications reviewed and updated. Medications can be edited for dose changes, discontinued if no longer taking, and any new home medications should be added. User will click on the Edit tab to update these home medications. Home meds can be edited one at a time or edit multiple meds at one time. To edit multiple meds, select the bolded check mark. This will select all medications. Use the footer tabs to enter information to update med lists for this visit. User must select the Confirm tab to confirm the home medications for this visit. If patient is unsure of home med, user can select the Unconfirmed tab to make the home med unconfirmed. Here is an example of editing a home medication. Patient has had a new dose for cardizem that was entered on a previous visit. The current dose is 240 milligrams. Last documented dose is 360 milligrams. The user must discontinue the cardizem 360 milligrams and enter a new cardizem 240 milligrams. Cardizem is the same medication, but the dose is different. You cannot take a 360 milligram tab and make a 240 milligram tab. User will discontinue the cardizem 360 milligram tab by selecting the active on the status column. Select Discontinued. Select or free text reason why this med is being discontinued. User will enter the new cardizem 240 milligram dose. On some medications, the dose can be edited from the previous documented entry. If the low pressure dose was 12.5 milligrams, and now on this visit the dose has been increased to 25 milligrams, the low pressure strength is 25 milligrams. The low pressure dose can be edited from 12.5 milligrams to 25 milligrams. After home meds have been entered in Meditech, the medications will need updated upon each visit. The home meds listed will have a question mark beside the name in the medication string. The last confirmed will be the Not Updated status. Select the Edit tab to update and confirm the home meds listed. A check mark in the prescription column indicates this was a prescription entered via computerized order entry by one of our providers here. Update all home medications with any edits to the current medication list. This includes discontinuing any medications the patient may no longer be taking, any dose or frequency changes to the current medication list, and enter all new medications including prescriptions and or over-the-counter medications. Selecting the Confirm tab will change the last confirmed to this visit date. The status will appear as edited. Select Save when completed. Home med indicators are used on the status board in the ED tracker to indicate the status of the patient's home meds. A red flag indicates home meds have not been updated. A red check mark indicates home meds are unobtainable. A yellow check mark indicates one med or multiple meds are unconfirmed. A green check mark indicates all meds are confirmed. A red bullseye indicates there is an unconfirmed med that the provider wants to reconcile once the medication has been confirmed by nursing. Home meds can be viewed and edited from the Summary tab of the EMR. This concludes the video of entering home medications in Meditech.